OG Crunkster.
And today is episode 137 of the OG podcast. And
Sure is.
Yeah. How's everything going with you, bud?
I've been doing good. I basically been doing a lot of Shadowverse and a lot of El Chronicle. I've pretty much stopped playing Chess Rush completely, in all honesty.
Is it just because it just doesn't have the interest as it once was, or is it just because the other games are just taking over?
The other games are just taking over. Both Shadowverse and El Chronicle have been constantly getting updates. I'm constantly getting involved. So it's just hard for me to find time to really enjoy anything else. And the other reason that I decided to kind of put the game on the back burner is because I've been asked to play and possibly demo 2 other games now.
Nice.
So I'm going to be working on that. I'm probably going to play the games today and then maybe make a video on Sunday. There's a new mobile RPG and a new card game that I'm supposed to be testing. So it'll be a very, very interesting day after the podcast. I got a lot of work to do, if you will.
Oh, nice. Well,
yeah.
So do I. So there we go. We know what we're doing after the podcast. Unfortunately,
Right.
We will not be hanging out, but we're actually doing other content. That's cool though. What are the other games?
So one of them, I think it's called Rune Terror or something like that. It's basically like, Hearthstone or Shadowverse, but it's based off of the League of Legends franchise. So rather than League of Legends just, make $1 million, off of that game, they decided to make a bunch of other games that are within the same, world. And so they're making a card game because card games make tons of money.
Oh, yes, man, everybody loves card games.
A lot of people do. It's very popular.
Believe it or not, I was playing with one of my newest subs. We were playing Fortnite yesterday, and he's about our age, and I believe so. From what I understood, I don't know. I just don't randomly ask people. So, what's your age?
Right.
I mean, he sounded like he's from our era. And he plays, and he streams a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, which is really cool.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's like one of his favorite games, and he used to play the physical card game and play in tournaments like me and you did. So
nice.
It's really cool. Yeah. So ironically, that was like just ironically, he came into my stream the other day and he heard about my story and he thought my story was pretty cool. And next thing you know, he subbed and we started playing Fortnite, and yeah, he plays Yu-Gi-Oh! Also. So I'm trying to get him, because he says Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links is very pricey right now.
Oh, really?
To stay ahead, to stay like into the game or whatever. And and he pays it or whatever. But I was like, bro, if you're like wanting a good card game, like I was telling him about Shadowverse and how Shadowverse is a very good card game and how it's like a very giving game also. You really don't have to put a lot of money in the game, if any money at all, to be successful in that game. So I was just telling him about Shadowverse, even though I have not picked up Shadowverse in forever, but it's not because I have anything against Shadowverse. I actually enjoy Shadowverse a lot. I've just been busy doing other games. I've been actually enjoying Fortnite, which is weird. Really weird for me. I've actually enjoyed Fortnite a lot. So that's cool, man. My week's been pretty cool, as you know. This week I had, or last Friday actually, I had Front Page on Twitch. That was pretty amazing. That was cool playing Fortnite. Didn't break any records. I think the most people I've ever had in my room was 800 ever. And I believe during Front Page I had over 200. It was still cool though. It's still nice. It was still cool to have Front Page. I've never ever had Front Page before. Never experienced it before. And like nobody in like our little circle or that I know of has Front Page. So it's pretty cool. It was pretty cool to like hit that milestone or knock that like achievement off, get front page. So it's pretty cool. And it actually gives you when you actually get front page, Twitch gives you like this little like medal or whatever, like you've achieved front page and you've been featured. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty dope. It's pretty awesome. Yeah. So I enjoyed myself there. I've been encouraged to try a new mobile RPG myself.
You too.
Yes, it's called. I haven't tried it yet though, but I've been meaning to download it. It's called. I believe it's called Bit Heroes, or something like that. Yeah, I don't know if you've heard of it, but
no, that's not the one I was told about.
Yeah, apparently it's like really good. So I'm gonna try it out, and I think it's a 4-player co-op of sorts or something like that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll have to check it out. Been playing a lot of Fortnite. Been playing a lot of NBA 2K. Gonna definitely be talking about some 2K today. There's a lot of negative things have been going on in the new 2K space. Which, I mean, me and you, we've been doing this to basketball games for years, but apparently, you know, the new generation just had no idea of the potential that you can do to basketball games. So, yeah. But other than that, just been chilling, man. Getting things ready for tonight. Tonight is the Call of Duty release. I will be streaming tonight at midnight, probably all the way up till 4 in the morning. I would stream longer, but I do have a daughter that I have to wake up for school, so I'm gonna go to midnight to 4. This should be a good 3 hours for the Call of Duty release. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that. So yeah,
nice.
Pretty much my week, man. Pretty much.
Cool.
Yes, sir. Not as adventurous as usual, but still adventurous. You know what I mean? So.
Okay.
Yep.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Nope. So, what's on your agenda of knowledge today, sir?
The agenda of knowledge. Well,
as you cut out all that time, and now you cut out.
A little bit of Stadia. Of course I do, because I have news to bring, so it's going to cut out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Beautiful. So I got some Stadia news.
Nice. It's free for everyone? Oh, no.
There's new news about the controller for Stadia that people are now finding out.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
So it's been in the fine print the entire time, but it's now being brought out. It says you'll need a cable to use Stadia's wireless.
Wait, you cut out again.
So so the controller for Stadia is supposed to be wireless, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, if you're playing on PC or mobile, you actually need a cable to actually play it with PC or mobile.
The PC part I can understand. 'Cause I even have to, if I want to play my Astro CR4 controller on PC, I have to use a cable. But I use a cable anyway. But that's weird for mobile. That makes no sense.
Yeah. And just to be more specific, you need a USB-C cable to connect to the gamepad to PC and mobile devices. Now, if you're playing on other devices, you can do it wirelessly. This is only restricted for the PC and mobile market.
That's weird. That's really, really weird. I don't know. I mean, wow. Wait a minute. Why? Hold up.
Now,
hold up. This makes it. This is gonna make it hard for a lot of phones.
Yeah.
Because, a lot of phones. So that means it's gonna have to be like a special. Okay. So a lot of the USB adapters, you have the USB, like the USB in, the part that plugs into the USB part. A lot of times the head is either USB-C or just regular USB, right? But you're gonna need to plug into your phone, right? Because you don't have the regular USB head. at the other end. That part plugs into your charger, right? But on this one, you're going to need like a special cord that goes from micro USB to USB-C. Because the problem is, not a lot of phones are USB-C. Like, I believe your phone is not USB-C. Your phone is USB, correct? I
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a, newer, Samsung or anything. This is kind of an LG. It's like mid-tier, so it's not going to have all the bells and whistles.
All right.
Now, to be more specific, the new Stadia controller will only work wirelessly with a Chromecast Ultra.
Oh.
So basically, you're being pushed to make sure you have the Chromecast Ultra.
If you want wireless.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, I mean, to be fair, the Chromecast is not really that much money.
But yeah, I think we said it was like, what, $40-$50? Something like that?
Yeah, to be fair, it's not like an arm and a leg. You're not spending like $600 or anything like that to get the Chromecast. But still, like, the thing that the problem that I have with it is just gonna make it weird. Is plugging the controller into the phone.
Yeah.
Because right now, I could take my regular PlayStation controller, like a standard regular PlayStation controller right now, and I can put it into share mode, and my phone will pick it up, and I can use that controller on my phone.
Yeah.
Bluetooth, wireless. Same with Xbox. The new Xbox controllers, if they have the Bluetooth capability, you can basically hook that up to your tablet or your phone through Bluetooth.
Okay.
So it's very weird that they're like, nah, bruh, you're gonna have to put a thing down at the bottom. You're gonna have to plug. And here's like another major problem about this. Okay? A lot of phones now, at least the top tier phones, they don't have headphone jacks anymore. Okay, the headphone jack is used with the Type-C adapter. So you have to plug your headset in the bottom of the phone. So if I'm using that to plug in my Stadia controller, I'm not going to be able to have my headset or my headphones in while I'm playing the game.
It's going to make streaming overcomplicated depending on what device.
Yeah, it's either going to do that or just regular gaming in general, because a lot of people do not a lot of people when they're gaming on their phones, they want to use earbuds, right? Especially when they're out in public. A lot of people don't want other people hearing their game. You know what I mean? So, like now I have to choose. Well, do I want to play the game or do I want to use my headphones? You know what I mean? That's a problem. And that even if it wasn't Type-C, my phone right now does not have a headphone jack. I have no headphone jack on my phone. It is gone. A lot of the new phones, even like there's like all the new phones that are coming out right now, except for the Rogue 2, I believe. The ROG2, not Rogue 2, but the ROG2. I believe that is the only phone like that's coming out like soon or is already came out that has a headphone jack. That's top tier. Now your mid tier, they have headphone jacks or whatever. But that's why I'm saying, like, that's wow. That's a little wow. Now Stadia doesn't seem so great. I mean, it's not a deal breaker. It might be a deal breaker for some because they may only be able to play on their mobile, like for you, for instance. But it makes it more complicated too, that you have to like have a cord on the bottom of your phone, and not to say the charge ports are like always the first thing to go out on your phone, because you're always unplugging and plugging in. So you're basically putting more and wear and tear on your charge port because that's where it's going. You know what I mean? So Yeah, because the USB-C connection on the phone or anywhere a micro USB goes that's where your phone charges. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's where your phone's gonna be. That's where your controller's gonna be. So you're putting more wear and tear on that port. You know, those ports are not very durable. Trust me, that's the first thing that goes out of my phone every year is my US or my micro or my USB-C or my USB port. It doesn't matter because I've had everybody's like, "Oh, it won't break when you have a USB-C." Well, yeah, tell that to my Note 8. It broke, and it was USB-C. It broke. You know what I mean? Because you put a lot of wear and tear on it. You know, and I'm kind of don't know my own strength sometimes, so I kind of put more torque than normal. And you know, just imagine you're putting more torque on it, on that port. You know, every time you want to play the game, so that's a little frustrating. It's a little frustrating. But of course, to solve this problem with the headphone jack, you can use Bluetooth headphones. But I mean, again, those are not cheap either sometimes. So I mean, it just all depends. But that just seems more complicated. Like that kind of, I don't know. What are your thoughts on it?
So, for me personally, I mean, I think it depends on the kind of phone you have, first and foremost. Like, if you have the phone that can, like if you have like the best technology in terms of phones, this probably isn't really going to matter to you. But for a lot of us average Joes that just have, something mid tier or something, it is going to be a little inconvenient. It's just going to be a situation where you're probably just going to play it at home because you don't want other people to hear what you're doing.
Yeah, that's
So,
true. Yeah,
so it's inconvenient, but I mean, it's manageable.
yeah. Uh, I see a lot of people blowing this out of proportion though on the internet. I bet you.
And it's not even new news, in all honesty. No one's really talked about it. It's just been in the fine print the entire time.
Nobody reads the small print anymore.
And I didn't either. So, I mean, I'm not,
Yeah, yeah.
casting stones.
Right. Me either. I didn't either. I was not paying attention. I was not even well aware. I was actually thinking that it would. My it's just weird to me that technically the controller or PlayStation is gonna have better technology. I mean, not better technology, but like the PlayStation controller, a regular PlayStation controller can hook up wirelessly to it. But wait a minute. Didn't they say that the Xbox controller or the PlayStation controller would be compatible with Stadia?
Yeah.
Okay, so
However,
uh-huh.
if you're gonna hook up your controller to Chromecast, it's being said now that you can't use any third parties using the Chromecast Ultra. So I guess if you're not using Chromecast, which this is what doesn't make sense to me. So if you're not using Chromecast, you can use a Microsoft Xbox controller, or are they just talking about like third party knockouts? It wasn't really very specific, so I don't quite understand that.
Yeah, because technically, wouldn't Xbox or PlayStation be a third party to Stadia? Stadia.
Yeah, so that's really conflicting. Now we're back to being confused again.
Thanks,
We thought we
Stadia.
understood it.
Thanks, Stadia. Thank you so much for confusing us once again.
Yep.
Almost when I almost bought your product. Not.
You're right.
Because here's the thing, right? Here's the loophole you can get around. If technically you could use an Xbox or PS4 controller, then you could just hook up your PlayStation controller or your Xbox controller Bluetooth to your phone without having to use a cord. And then there you go.
Yeah.
But it confuses me that supposedly now you can't use that on your Stadia device at home.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what's the point of using it then?
Right.
Because even though I could use my controller on my phone, I don't. It's
Yeah.
it's very weird.
It is weird.
It's very weird. Like, it's hard for me to use something that's bigger than my phone to control my phone. If that makes any sense. Because, like, I don't know. Like, the screen's very small, right? So, well, compared to, to a TV or a laptop or whatever. Like, and so it's just very weird for me to, like, use my controller and then, like, look at my phone the way, like that. I don't know. It's just, like, it takes me... I don't know how to explain it, but it takes the immersiveness out of the situation. And I don't feel immersed. Maybe that's why I don't like mobile games much. Because I don't feel like I'm immersed into the game. Like, I can't really dive into the game. Like, I don't feel like I'm into the game. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm playing it on the TV, it's all around me. I got my sound. I got my controller in my hand. Like, I'm into the game, right? But when I'm on my phone, there's always something to remind me that I'm on my phone. In the back of my mind, like, I have to worry about my battery level, somebody calling, all these different things when I'm on my phone. I'm like, I can't just, like, sit back and enjoy the game. Maybe that's actually the issue now that I think about it. But I don't know. It's just something that is weird to me. Like, how big is your phone? Could you imagine hooking up your PlayStation controller? Because you could do that. Imagine hooking up your PlayStation controller to your phone right now to play. I don't know, what game are you playing right now? You were talking about Shadowverse. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we'll just say Shadowverse, sure.
Right. Do you see yourself using your PS4 controller right now to play Shadowverse?
No. I mean, the controller is almost as big as my phone, if not bigger. So, yeah, it's just too weird.
Like, where would you put your phone? You know what I mean? Like, where? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, where would you put your phone? And you would have to have your phone all propped up, and it's just like, it's just an uncomfortable experience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If I'm going that route, I might as well just get a Switch.
Right.
You know what I mean? Which I have a Switch. You know what I mean? I'm saying to the people that that are like that are thinking about this. I would not get Stadia possibly for a mobile phone experience. If my plan is to use a controller. Unless you have like a big tablet or something. You know what I mean? Like
and I have a tablet, and it would make more sense on my tablet.
Right.
My phone.
Right. Not your phone though. Yeah. Like a tablet's different because you can, a lot of tablets can be propped up. A lot of tablets are kind of big. You know what I'm saying? They're about almost as big as a laptop screen, if not bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could prop it up on the side. You know what I mean? But oh man, I don't know. That's so weird, bro.
Yeah.
It's so weird. That is so weird. What up there, Nemo? Yeah, what up? I don't. Wow. That is really crazy.
And I had to bring this up because I'm sure other people, want to know.
Yeah. I mean, I have one dude that he feels like that Stadia is revolutionary. Well, I mean, of course it has on paper, and this is what I always say. On paper, it has the makings to be revolutionary and to change the game. But if it doesn't execute properly, it's not gonna do well. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And that right there almost makes it seem like a gimmick. It's going good, Nemo. Are you ready for the night? Oh, you're actually probably getting ready for training, huh? For the Spartan race. Call of Duty comes out, well, not tonight, but midnight Thursday. I will be streaming it till 4 a.m. Having a good old time. Hopefully the servers work. Look, I'm telling you this right now. Whoever's listening, and if you're listening to the past broadcast, well then you probably already know what happens. If the servers are down, I'm not waiting. I'm just gonna go to bed, and then we'll play it on Thursday morning. during Able Gamers, because I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna do that mess. It has happened before. It happened during World War II. I don't remember what happened with Black Ops 4. I don't remember. I'm not. Yo, Goosenator, what's up with the shroud emote? You need you know what I'm saying? You need to put me in Shroud's ear, man. I hear you got the insight, bro. No, I won't. Yeah. You won't be playing all weekend? Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna be going I don't think I'm gonna be going to the race. Cause I actually have an interview on the 26th, which is this Saturday. So yeah. So I won't be. I'll be on another podcast. They wanna get to know me and tell my story and all this stuff. So I'll be on another podcast this weekend. But it's not like a live podcast like we do it. It's still gonna be like a recorded one, you know. And I'm gonna go off the rails a little bit. Man, everybody's doing a podcast nowadays, dude. Like, it is crazy. I feel like I know we're not famous or whatever, but it feels like this is just like a timeline. It feels like as soon as we started doing podcasts, everybody started doing podcasts. You know what I mean? Cause think about it. Like, we were doing the podcasts on YouTube way before other people, in my opinion, were doing podcasts on YouTube. Now, granted, they probably make it look better than we do because they're actually in person and they got all this cameras and stuff, and you know, do all this stuff. We just sit here and talk and do our thing. Now, I just think that's a little crazy, man. Like, everyone or everything, it's like everybody has a podcast now. Like, the podcast market is probably just as saturated as the streaming market. Which is really crazy. I'm not saying that is a bad thing. I know people say it's a bad thing. You know, streaming is oversaturated, blah, blah, blah. I mean, that's opinionated. But I'm just saying, wow, oh my Jesus. Like, everywhere I go, people have a podcast. And, yeah. Or I have somebody hitting me up saying, yo, how do I start a podcast? And I'm like, yeah. Here's YouTube. You're not ready for the Spartan race? Well, you'll be alright, bro. You'll be alright. Just don't push yourself. You know, I mean, like, don't over push yourself. Push yourself, but don't over push yourself. You know, who knows? Maybe you'll run into my brother-in-law. If you actually like wear my Handy Kill Cam t-shirt after the race or something, I'm not telling you to do that, but I'll tell him to look for my shirt. And you might run into him. Who knows? He's a real cool dude, man. He's a trainer too, so maybe y'all can link up and share ideas. You know what I'm saying? And help each other. You know what I'm saying? He's a real cool dude, man. Really cool dude. But yeah. So speaking of new things coming out, did you hear that Riot Games is making a new tactical shooter? Did you?
Yeah.
Hey, nice. And did you watch the video of it or anything?
I haven't actually looked at the game.
Okay. There's just not really much to look at right now. They just were talking a lot about it. I believe right now it's called Project A at the moment. And they haven't even released the name of it. But it's kind of going to be like... It's going to be like CSGO and Overwatch had a baby, pretty much.
Yeah.
You kind of injured yourself last race. Still not really over it, but it is what it is. Man, just don't go too crazy, man. You know what I'm saying? Be careful with your I don't remember exactly what you did, but try not to re-injure that leg, man. I know that was rough on you. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be like Overwatch and CS:GO had a baby, and supposedly it's supposed to be really. It looks really cool, but it looks really watered down though. Also, but it was still in development stages. I kind of wish like I was like super cool, so I could go and test something like that. Cause I would love to just to test something, just to like see the upcoming, kind of get the scoop a little bit,
Right.
of what's going on. Apparently, they are putting a lot of work into their into their net coding. So apparently in this game, they're going to make it to where there's not going to be like bad hit detection and all this stuff. Like that's where they're putting all their money into it. And look, let me tell you what, it's made by Riot Games, so the game's not going to be trash. You know what I mean? Every game that Riot Games has made has been like an esports like thing. You know what I mean? Like look
like
at
League of Legends.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the other games.
Which, by the way, I think we probably mentioned this before, but they're putting the League of Legends on mobile. Which one thing that I forgot to mention about that is that this is something that Tencent has been pushing them to do since day one. But Riot, for the longest time, said no. They didn't want to dumb down the PC version to cater to the mobile community.
Which that was dumb because now they realize that they could be making a lot more money going mobile.
Yeah. Because that's where the whole Honor of Kings and Arena of Valor came from. It was basically Tencent proving to Riot Games that, no, this could work. And there you go. They made their point.
The problem I have now is that I feel like Arena of Valor is going to be washed away.
Yeah, it's basically going to be neglected now going forward. I mean, and unfortunately, it hasn't been doing as well lately, at least in the States. I mean,
Right.
Of course, in Japan, it's like, not Japan, but in China, it's huge. But in the States, it's really not going anywhere. It's all about League of Legends. So that's why Riot is finally jumping on board because Tencent's been pushing them, and they see the success that they're getting in China with their game, and they're like, fine, we want to make money. Let's go.
What up, Abomination? What is good, man? What is good? Yeah, so I'm to be honest with you though, I'm more excited of it coming to console.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that it's probably not gonna come out until 2020 when the PS5 come out and the Xbox. Which, I've seen images of the new Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Would you believe it or not that it's actually supposedly red?
That's interesting.
And I don't know why is this a thing? Why is it always red versus blue? I need to know the origin of why people always do red versus blue. And I don't mean the series, I don't mean like that. But if you notice, even all the way back to American Gladiators, when it was Turbo versus Ice or whatever the names were, it was red versus blue. Why is this a thing?
Part of it, I think, might be political, which I don't want to get into.
Oh, but that too.
I think that's why.
You really think it is? Or
I think so, but I could be wrong.
Good versus bad. Yeah, but why? But why is blue good and why is red bad? What makes like mentally, or what makes blue good? What makes red bad? And I know I'm going deep there, but do you realize that goes deep, that's been imprinted in our brains to where we even made a series about blue versus red, and it was a good freaking Halo series that they really should have put on Netflix, to be honest. It's a proven fact that red and blue is the two top colors in marketing. Really?
Okay, so that I didn't know, so that's pretty good.
There, see, this is why I ask weird, deep questions like this, because apparently there's more smarter people in the world that actually read more intriguing articles than what I read. I just look at the pictures. No, I'm just kidding. So right now we're popular right now because like I have red, I have a red background, and I even have a red light. I did something that no streamer does. OG, you want to know what that is?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
What's
so
that?
a lot of streamers, right? I don't know if you're watching the stream right now, but if you're not, it's fine.
No.
A lot of streamers have this annoying mic stand that's like black, and it always gets in the way of looking at it, so you just see this like black bar. So I like thinking outside of the box and doing things that people just don't do because I don't like being like everybody else. I really don't. Like, I will deliberately do something that somebody else is not doing because everybody else is doing that other thing. So I was like, man, I was at, where was I at? I was at Five Below. Have you ever heard of Five Below?
I've heard of it, but not been there.
Okay. All right. Well, everything is $5 or below. Believe it or not. It really is. Like, it actually really is. And they actually have some really cool stuff there. They actually have headphones, headsets, all for $5. Even gaming stuff. Even like gaming controller covers. Anyways, they had LED light strips for like $5. And I went brainstorming. I was like, you know what? I was like, if I was gonna use LED lights, where would I use them? I was like, because everybody uses them, but everybody uses them in a common spot. I was like, what's the most annoying thing that people have to look at on my stream? And my allergies are messing up. Excuse me. And I was like, you know what? My mic stand. I was like, my mic stand is so annoying because it annoys me. And I was like, you know what? Why do people never put LED lights on their mic stand? And I was like, is it not possible? And I was like, well, it's only $5. I was like, what's the worst that it could happen? Not work? Well, I did it and now it works. So
there you go.
I'm part of the RGB group now. I got RGB lights, At least I don't have to worry about a Christmas tree this year.
Yeah.
My face? Well, what you want me to do? Put LED lights on my face, Goose? No, I'm just kidding. That would be kind of dope too, though. But yeah, so I did that. But I don't know where I was going, but
You were going everywhere, bro. Like we done lost you.
I'm sorry. But back to what we were originally talking about. Like we were talking about the red versus blue thing and red. So that's why you see all the red here, because we're trying to be popular. No, I'm just kidding. But I always just wondered, like, why it was always red versus blue kind of deal. And apparently that's what's going to be this year with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox. Yo, what up, Joy? How you doing? With the Xbox, blue is better. Yo, well, my overlay is actually blue, but I'm actually I want to do a whole graphic rebranding. Like, not my logo. My logo is going to stay the same forever, right? But as far as like overlay and emotes and all that, like 2020, like I need new, and I need I don't know how to explain it, but I need new, and I'm probably gonna end up going blue or red. So, and that's just because honestly that's my two favorite colors, not because of what was just spoken of, but yeah. So I don't know. It's just crazy to me. Like, I never thought that I was gonna see like Xbox is red. It's really weird. A red Xbox. So, well, but again, it could be false. It could be false. It could be totally false, and we'll just have to know. Blue
Could just be a rumor.
Blue is the best color in the story. Hey.
The story.
Me and OG would sit here and debate and say it's red. because we're redheads. But if I don't,
Yep.
if I can't get red, I always go blue, and if I can't get blue, I always go black. So, well, I just said we're redheads, but we're not redheads. Anyway, remember? I remember like when you got your first Nintendo. What was it? SD or it was Nintendo SD, and it was red. You remember that?
SP.
Oh,
Yes.
SP. My bad. Yeah, and it was red.
Yeah.
That was dope. You were so excited. You were so
it was
excited.
legit.
I
And
wish.
I had a see-through clear red N64 for a while, and by adult life sometime. That was legit.
Yeah, we were actually talking about the 64 yesterday in stream, and I was saying that the Nintendo 64 was probably the most. Even though I like the Nintendo 64 controller, the Nintendo 64 controller was probably, for my disability, the most hardest controller for me to use. Because somebody was asking, because you remember, and they're like, so what was the hardest controller for you to adapt to? And I was like, the Nintendo 64 controller, by far. I wish I still had that micro controller or that mini.
Yeah, that blue mini one that you had, that was perfect for you.
Yeah, that was dope. Do you do the? I can't do the. I found out that the Rubberband Trick is actually against Twitch TOS, so I can't even do the Rubberband Trick. And I'm not popular like these other streamers. I can't get bans turned over in like 24 hours. I can't do that.
You ain't got it like that.
I ain't got it like that. And we're gonna talk about that too, because I wanna bring that up for discussion about a thing that happened, and I wanna know y'all's opinion. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right, but we're gonna talk about that here a little bit later. Once OG drops us some more knowledge. What's the rubber band trick? I used to be able to have a rubber band right here, right on top of my head, and you'll talk Miles for you. You'll talk to Mike. All right, wait. You need to talk to Mike to get me partner. What you mean? I would have a rubber band on top of my head, right, like this, and using my face muscles, I could get it around my neck and over and like all the way around. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Just using my face. I haven't done it in years though. I haven't done it in years. And I used to get in a lot of trouble for doing it, because if I did it wrong, it could go like in my around my neck the wrong way, and it could choke me. Oh, you seen that? You haven't seen it from me though. No, I'm just kidding. But I haven't done it in years. But you know what? You know what I still can do that nobody else could do? I could do this noise right here. I think I'm gonna make that my host noise. Or my raid noise. That's gonna be my raid noise. You thought I was gonna pass out? Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. I remember when we did it. I remember when I did it. It was like, I think I was young. And Grandpa, yo, man, thank you for that host, man. The power went out, right? And so Grandpa had this light bulb, or this flashlight, right? And I was bored, and all we had was those thick rubber bands that Grandpa had. Grandpa had like a crap load of rubber bands. He had so many rubber bands, he make rubber band balls, right? And I was like, yo, I'm gonna put this over my head. And it was Brock, Chris, Brad. I don't remember where Brett and BJ were, but those are the only ones I remember. I was like, I'm gonna do it. And so I did it. Sorry if I name dropped and you guys didn't want your names dropped. I'm sorry, I apologize. Don't sue me.
Doing that.
Don't sue me. Anyway. So anyway, I did it. And then ever since then, that was like my trick. And then, yeah, I had to stop doing it because my mom would get mad at me for doing it. And I haven't done it in years. I honestly forgot about it until Goosenator told me about it, or reminded me of it. And I was like, oh, crap, I remember. I actually might go buy one of those rubber bands and try to do it. But I can't do it on
No.
stream though. I can't do it on stream though because it's considered. I think it's considered self-harm.
Mm,
So I can't do it. I would love to do it, but I can't do it. But
can't do it.
can't do it. I want to. But what else do you have on your knowledge of agenda today?
I've got a top 10 list. We all know I like that kind of stuff.
Dun 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 dun. We need like top 10 music. Top 10 something.
One day.
One day. One day.
But this is more of an update to a top 10. So basically, IGN, which most people should know who IGN is, they have a list of their 100 best games of all time, and it's recently been updated. So the biggest update is that Zelda Breath of the Wild is now in the top 10 of all time. It's currently sitting at number 5 as the best game of all time.
Wow. Do you think it's a little too soon? I think it's a little too soon.
It's hard to say. It really is. And what I think I know why it's here, because I'm looking at this top 10 list, and this is one of 2 Legend of Zelda games that are actually in the top 10, and the other game that's in the top 10 is actually number 2. So there's an older Legend of Zelda game that's actually beating Breath of the Wild.
But okay, Abomination. Let me ask you this: but just because it's popular, does it mean it's one of the best games of all time, though? Like, there's games
There's
that
a
are
lot of popular games that are not top 10. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, in my opinion, like, I don't.
I'll give you some examples. I can help you out right here.
Yeah.
So, for example, Pokemon Go, who's been taking the world by storm, right now sits at number 100. Smash Ultimate, which is another huge game, number 74.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if a game's popular, that doesn't necessarily make the top 10 because there are hundreds of popular games that aren't going to make it.
But I here's my thing though. Like, I don't even think Pokemon Go should be a thing, cause I don't see Pokemon actually as a game. I mean,
it is a game.
But Pokemon Go. But I'm okay. So, okay, like, I see Pokemon Go as more of like a social, like a social. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's like a social gathering kind of game. I don't necessarily consider like a video game. I don't know, man. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, I have to differ there. I still consider it a game. I mean, I don't see what would make it not a game personally. I mean, because basically you're using a device to participate in a fun activity. It just happens to be very social.
Yeah. I guess.
Just like, board games, card games, those are games, you know what I mean? Even Dungeons and Dragons is a game. It may not be, the traditional video game or anything like that, but they're all, because heck, even Texas Hold'em is a game. People don't see it that way because it's more socially accepted, but at the end of the day, it's a game. If you play Texas Hold'em, technically you're a gamer. You just don't want to admit it.
It's just it's more prominent. It's just that it's more prominent under gambling. That's what it is.
Yeah, it's still a game.
I don't know, man. Because what I mean is, like, that game, if social media wasn't around, right? Like, that game wouldn't exist. To me, it's like, and this is what me and my wife say. Have you ever seen, like, have y'all ever heard of, like, geotagging? Do you know what geotagging is? Like, have you ever heard of that kind of game?
There is a geo game that I've heard of where you have to guess what part of the world a picture's from. So I don't know if it's similar to that.
But I mean, kind of not. Oh, not really. So basically, me and my wife got into this like when we had our Blackberries. Like we didn't really like. This is back before Android was Android or whatever, right? And me and my wife, we had Blackberries like way back in the day, right? And we was bored as duck, right? And we were like, man, what do people do on their Blackberries? Because, like, Blackberries back then, they didn't have, like, a game store or anything like that, right? And so we were looking, and there was this thing called geotagging. and basically, like, probably back when 2004. So, like, basically what it is there's a group, right? And one group is responsible of like setting it up, and it's basically like a scavenger hunt, but the way you discover the things is by like coordinates that the person sets. So say like they go and they drop off like a coin and they give a clue to the coin, and you don't know it's a coin, but all you know is that the clue or the object is at this coordinates, right? So you go to this coordinates and you discover and you find the clue. You either capture it or you take a picture of it, show that you got the clue, and then once you got the clue, then the next person gives you the next coordinates, and then you go. Some of these people, that's how they like travel the world. They travel the world by playing by geotagging, by playing a game geotag. Cause some of them, like, you'll have local ones like around here in your area. Some of them like travel all across all the 50 states. Some of them, they're like all over the world. You know what I mean? Like the real like wealthy people, like people that are bored and they have nothing to do, and they just want to like spend money. Like they'll go and they'll do it all over the world. Now that's what games like that's what Pokemon Go and the Wizard game and the Ghostbuster game. To me, it reminds me of geotagging, because basically what it is there's a latitude and longitude where certain things are at, quote unquote Pokemon, and when you hit to that certain longitude, quote unquote, it triggers the Pokemon. You capture the Pokemon, you capture whatever the case may be. So it's like more of a way to make social geotagging more sociable and more acceptable. Because back in the day, like geotagging, like it was a very weird and peculiar group. Like me and my wife, like when we were doing it, like we were like, well, these people are kind of like cray. And to be honest with you, how we found out about it was back in, what was it? What was the Call of Duty before Ghost? I don't remember, chat. There's so many Call of Duties. But I was playing with this guy called Blind Guy. We called him Blind Guy. His name was Blind Guy. That was his name. Because he said he could never see, but yeah, he could like destroy people on Call of Duty, right? And that's where, and I'm just giving y'all a timeline. That's where the CRU originally started with the crew, with the CRU Call of Duty clan. That's where it originally started. It was on the 360, right? Xbox 360. That's how long the CRU tag's been around. That's how long I've carried the CRU brand with me. Okay, so one day, like we were on our Blackberries, and he was the one that told us about it. He was like, why don't you do geotagging? He was like, me and my wife do it all the time. And we actually find this cool stuff and that cool stuff. We found these cool rocks. One time we got $1,000 just for geotagging. And me and my wife were like, huh? What the flip is geotagging? And we did it. And that, honestly, that's what Pokemon Go kind of remind me of. And it's like, I don't know. And it's like, it's like it works with Google Maps, you know? Just like what is it? Pokemon Go and stuff. So I don't know. I just see more. I just see more Pokemon Go, like a more modern version of geotagging, just with characters on it, making it more appealing for people. I don't know. That's just why I see it, but I could be wrong. Abomination says, "Wow, that game goes where the pick is from. Could take that idea and turn it into a crazy game. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I'll have to look to see if there's like anybody geotagging. I haven't geotagged in like years. Me and my wife were just talking about it actually because what brought it up was I don't know if any of y'all use what is it? Hold on. Let me look at my phone. It's a navigational app, right? It's called, hold on. What is it? Give me 1 second. It's called Waze. Waze, right? It is a navigational GPS app that you use. It's kind of like Google Maps or whatever. But you know, they let you know speed traps. They let you know all the stuff that Google doesn't let you know. Well, also to get you to use their app, they have like when you're traveling, they have like little pieces of candy, quote unquote, not real candy, but virtual candy. And when you get all these candies, you can get these points and you can redeem them for actual stuff. And my wife was like, man, that kind of reminds me of geotagging, but you just didn't get like really cool rewards. So yeah, like there's all different forms of geotagging. So yeah, that's why I was just like, maybe, you know, that's why I don't know. And maybe that's how Pokemon Go is to me. Pokemon Go and what is that other one?
That wizard one, I forgot.
Basically
augmented reality.
Yeah. Like Harry Potter, all that stuff. So, yeah, you know, I don't know. Yeah. I just think it's weird that they consider that a top game of most time. But I guess because it's made a lot of money. I guess.
Yeah, that's part of it. It's not only does it made a lot of money, but it's like the first of its kind to be big. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was a big deal. You know, so I could respect it being at least number 100.
Yeah, at least it's not number one.
Curious, yeah, it's not number one. Believe it or
oh, you cut out.
Super Mario World.
Wait, what? All I heard was
like Super Mario World is like their number one game of all time.
Oh, that's actually really good.
And then The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past is their number 2, which is actually one of my favorite games.
Nice.
Yeah.
The new one or the old one?
Do it.
The new Link of the Past or the old Link of the Past?
The original Link to the Past for Super Nintendo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I can see that because the Link to the Past, like back when Nintendo Power was bigger, was like the number one game for years. So I mean, it kind of makes sense.
Well, yeah, definitely, because back then it wasn't easy to discover everything, you know, like it is now, and so it probably took like months and years to discover everything in that game. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a new Link to the Past. They made it for the Switch, correct? The new Link to the Past?
No, that's Link's Awakening.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, different game. But and Super Mario 64 is actually number 10.
Nice.
Yeah. There's a lot of Mario games on the top 10 list. Super Mario Bros. 3 is actually number 6.
Nice. You might as well. Yeah. There's like 10 Mario games. You might as well make them all 10.
Yeah, only 3 of them have made the top 10, but that's still pretty good.
Did Fortnite make the list?
Not in the top 10, no.
Did GoldenEye make the list?
Not top 10.
Did Perfect Dark make the list?
Nope, not top 10.
What? Oh my goodness.
Nope, not at all. As a matter of fact, I'll just kind of go over them real quick. Go from 10 to 1. So starting at 10, you have Super Mario 64, Red Dead Redemption, Half-Life 2, Tetris, Super Mario Bros. 3, Zelda Breath of the Wild, Super Metroid, Portal 2, Zelda: A Link to the Past, and then Super Mario World at number 1.
I don't know if I agree with that list.
Yeah.
I don't know if I agree with that list. Okay, so let's ask you, what are your 10 top games of all time?
Oh, that would take too long. Yeah, I
Ooh.
can't give you a top 10 right now. That would have to be like next episode.
We got time. We got space to fill. I ain't got a lot to talk about.
uh, I'll come up with a few games that I will put up there, but just know that they're mostly RPGs.
I could
But,
give you my top 10. I can give you my
yeah,
top
give me
10.
yours. Yeah.
I could give you, okay, so my top 10, right? GoldenEye.
And they don't have to be in order. They can just
No,
be
no,
just 10 of your favorites.
yeah. Okay, I'm not gonna put them in order. GoldenEye, Perfect Dark, Earthworm Jim.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all forgot about Earthworm Jim.
Oh, I remember that one. I wasn't big into it, but I remember it.
Like that's when like I got big into like Sega. You know what I'm saying? SOCOM 2. So that's 4. What was another one? Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
That's 5. That was iconic to me, right?
Mm-hmm. I remember.
And Super Mario World.
Mm-hmm.
Super Mario, the original one.
Okay.
Right? The boat, because without that one we wouldn't even have Mario, right?
Okay.
And oh no, Mario Kart. What am I at?
Okay.
7? I'm at 7. I need 4. I need 3 more. I'm at 7 or 6. No, I'm at 7. I'm at 7.
We'll just say you're at 7, yeah.
Alright, 7. So Mario Kart and SmackDown 2.
I figured that was coming.
8. Alright. Final Fantasy 7. That's 9. And then not Xeno. Yeah, Xenogears. That's 10.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go. That's my top 10.
Nice. Good job.
See, I did it.
You did.
Earthworm.
And of course, you're gonna leave the podcast and just be like, "Oh crap, I forgot this one." That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Earthworm Jim on. Wait, Earthworm Jim is on Steam. Really? Too bad my PC is garbage. Like, I mean, it's not garbage. Don't. I'm sorry, PC. Don't die on me. I appreciate you very much. You do a lot of work. You do well on stream for me. You're much appreciated. But you just don't play video games for the crap. Okay? So just understand that. All you do is you show video games. That's it. I had to talk to it nicely so it didn't die. Don't worry. It's a PC port, so it's probably garbage too. Yeah, see, I'd probably just play it on an emulator. Actually, I probably still have the emulator on my Xbox where I can play the Sega games, and I could probably just play Earthworm Jim on my Xbox One. If you guys wanted to watch me play Earthworm Jim one day, like if it ever like look, so see, like I already have a plan. If there's ever a time that like I'm not able to like stream on Able Gamers or something, or Able Gamers like switches up, like I plan on doing like Throwback Thursdays. And what does that mean? Is like I want to play games that are like really super throwback. Like I'm not gonna play games that are like that are of this generation. Like I'll play like old school Sega games, old school Nintendo games, all that stuff. So yeah, that's my plan. Sega Mega Drive Classics. Yeah, but I don't want to have to. See, I'd rather just get the ROM and just do it old school. I don't know. It's probably not the best way, but it's cheaper. So speaking of streaming and stuff, so apparently, well, not apparently, this is what happened. And I'll leave this open for discussion. One of the top Call of Duty streamers got banned a couple of days ago for he didn't necessarily do it. Someone in his party chat was doing some homophobic slurs, in which that is not prohibited on Twitch, and basically that streamer got in trouble. Not the person that said the slurs, but the person that allowed it to happen in his party got in trouble, got banned, and he was banned for 7 days, and he wasn't going to be able to make the Call of Duty release, but he was able to talk to them, and he got it overturned. Now, granted, I've always been an activist to say you're responsible what your party does and says, right? Because at the end of the day, what happens on my channel is my responsibility, right? It's my show, right? Like, and when I say this, I'm not taking ownership of the podcast. I'm just using this as an example. At the end of the day, whoever me and OG bring onto the podcast, it's our responsibility to make sure that they will follow by the guidelines of Twitch TOS or whatever guidelines that we have. If they do not follow by those guidelines that we like or what we set, means that's our responsibility. So I've always been an activist of that. Now, the problem that I have is when Twitch banned this person, they didn't ban the actual person that actually said the thing. They just banned the actual person. They banned the person that was the broadcaster. But this person that said this homophobic slur was also a streamer. So my thing is if the person so basically if I go into somebody's stream and I go being a jerk face, being negative and saying all these slurs and whatever, not only should that person get banned for allowing me to say it and not do anything about it, but I should get banned too. Because why? I purposely went into that person's channel knowing that I'm, possibly getting this person in trouble, getting this person banned. Now, unfortunately, that did not happen. But unfortunately, Twitch was like, well, we know this is what Twitch's thing was. They said, well, we thought it was the person that was broadcasting that said it, so we know that it wasn't the broadcaster that said it, so we overturned it, and you are not banned. Do you guys realize that even under the charity work that I do, I signed a separate TOS saying that I am responsible for what goes on in the parties. So basically, if a party member comes in the channel while I'm on said channel and acting a fool and I don't do anything about it, I'm held responsible, as I should be. Now, and this is why I always tell people, you have to be careful of who you allow in your party. If they don't respect that you're streaming, if they don't respect that what you're trying to do is make content, if they don't respect, like, you gotta understand, like, there's a time and place for everything. You're doing a show, and if they don't respect that you're doing a show and they're gonna be acting a fool or whatever the case may be, then you don't need to they don't need to be in your party. I've lost a few friends that way, but they have to understand that at the end of the day, I'm held responsible, and apparently Twitch holds people responsible for that too, but because that person is, where he is in Twitch world, he's not held responsible, I guess, or got it overturned. I don't know. Thoughts on that, OG? What are your thoughts?
It seems like a big popularity contest. If you're in with the right people, you can get away with more, is what it sounds like. But I don't know much about it because I'm not really, I don't stream or nothing like that, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't really study that. But it does seem, as a third party outside looking in, that the wrong person got punished the most.
Yeah. And then, but that now that person got unbanned, which is a good thing. I think that he should get unbanned for the reason is because the other person didn't get banned. That was my thing. If they're not both gonna get unbanned, if they're not both gonna get banned, then neither of them should get banned.
Right, I agree.
That was my thing. That's my thing. You
got to be consistent across the board.
Right. And that's why I say you're either a consistent streamer or you're consistent not streaming. You're consistent at something. At least either way. You're either consistent at streaming or you're consistent at not streaming. You're either going to be consistent, to ban them, or you're going to be consistent not to ban. So, like, I don't know. It's just it's crazy. And then, like, I watched a very good video today. Believe it or not, it was about Mark Cuban, who is the owner of the Dallas Mavericks and also the Dallas, I don't even know what their name is, but they're NBA 2K pro team, right? Esports team. And he's the owner of that too, I believe. They might just be called the Mavericks. I don't remember. But anyway, him and Dr. Lupo got into it on Twitter.
Uh-oh.
If y'all don't know who Dr. Lupo is a very popular streamer. And again, this is not drama. This actually is really a lot of insight for streamers. And it actually brought a lot of insight to me because you have to realize that from Mark Cuban's perspective, he looks at investments as an ROI. And that's for people that don't know, that's a return investment. And the way he broke this down, like, it really made a lot of sense. Basically, like, I guess I don't know how it came about, but I guess they were talking about the Ninja situation. Ninja moving the mixer or whatever. And basically what Mark Cuban was saying is, like, he made a better move because he's getting a better ROI. You know what I mean? And basically, he's not having to, because think about it, right? Like, and I'm gonna put me out there, right? I'm gonna put me out there, right? I'm gonna use me as an example. All right. So, in a normal job, for said much hours, you make a certain amount of money, correct? So say for instance, like, I don't know, at a normal job you make $11.30 an hour, whatever, right? Me, on the other hand, like, I don't get an hourly wage. Some points, some days, I might make I don't know, in a stream, and I'm just being honest, I might make $3 to $4. I might make $3 or $4 in 4 hours. Okay? And so what Mark Cuban was trying to say is that us as streamers, we kind of send a weird message, because we kind of sit there and say that streaming the most hours, the more you stream, the more money you make. And that's not necessarily true, because you shouldn't, like, how did he say it? He said you shouldn't be putting a value on your time like that, because you you should make your money work for you instead of like, you know what I mean? The money should already be making itself. You shouldn't be like, okay, put it like this. You shouldn't have to stream 200 hours to make $3,000. Because if you're streaming 200 hours to make $3,000, you're really not making anything. Like, you're not making an investment. And granted, you do it because you love what you love to do, but at the same time, you have to be able to manage your time, because at the end of the day, you still have bills to be paid. You still got mortgages, you still got, lives, you still got to feed, you still got to go get food. But so think about it. If you spent 200 hours streaming and you only made $3,000, you lost out a lot of time where you could have like made a more productive, maybe a more better investment than wasting all that time. Not saying streaming is a waste of time, but what he was saying is, like, us as streamers, like, we have to be able to manage our time properly, so we can make the right proper investments and make better content. Because if we're just streaming just to stream, we're literally wasting time, and our time is not being valued as it should. You know what I'm saying? It's like if I just sit here, mm-hmm. It's like if I just sit here and don't say nothing and just stream and just don't do nothing. Like, me just streaming is not going to take me nowhere. It's not going to do anything. Me just being live, it's not going to do anything. It's not going to draw anything. It's not going to bring people in. What brings people in is the content. But if I don't take the time to properly put time into the content, or properly manage the content, then I'm discrediting myself. It was really crazy, really in depth, and I was like, wow. I was like, think about how many streamers sit there and do, like, 24-hour streams or 72-hour streams, and they only make such money. But if they was to put 24 hours into their job, I'm just saying, you shouldn't work 24 hours at your job. First and foremost, your job's not going to make you work 24 hours like that, unless you're like, I don't know, like a fireman or something like that. And I was like, I never really thought about it like that. You know what I mean? But it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy when you think about it. Like, and I'm not saying that it's about the money. It's not about the money. But you have to realize that you are investing your time, and you want to make sure that you get something out of it as well. And it necessarily doesn't have to be money. And Dr. Lupo was like, well, people stream more because they love what they do. But what Mark Cuban was trying to say, and what this other guy was trying to say, well, you're sending the wrong message, because you're saying if you stream more, then you're going to be more successful. The more hours you stream, the more successful you're going to be. I'm here to tell you that's not necessarily the case. You can stream 20, 30 hours and still have 0 viewers in here. It's not always about you just being live. You have to put work and effort into your content. And that doesn't, when I in your brand, that doesn't necessarily mean be good at the game, because anybody can be good at the game. Anybody can be good at the game. Anybody can drop 20, 10 kills. Do you realize that? Anybody has the ability to be good at a video game. That's when I say good content, I don't mean be good at a video game. I don't mean to be better than anybody else in the content. What I mean do good content, how can I be the best handy kill cam? How can I give people the best handy kill cam experience? For instance, I'll put it this. I'll put it in this perspective. I'm going live at midnight, Call of Duty stream, right? I'm gonna be streaming not my normal hour, from midnight to 4 in the morning. But if I didn't announce that, and if I didn't take time to put time and effort into that, and to if I'm not putting time and effort into that, and to promote that, and to say, how are people gonna know? How are people gonna know? You have to put time into your content if you're a brand. You can't just, luckily I won't. I'm not, luckily I'm the, you're not the worst, what you mean? That would be impressive if it were. Yeah, you're not the worst, Cloudy. So hush your face. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I'm saying. I'm not I'm not saying. So when I'm saying to this, I'm not saying that you guys is like it's about the money. But what I'm saying is you guys, we have to think about how can we, like, because you shouldn't have to stream. Look, you shouldn't have to stream 20 hours to be successful. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You shouldn't have to. I've seen tons of people claim to be the worst, and they be right. You know what I'm saying? Like they're streamers. Like look, and I don't like using money as an example, but I just want to put this in retrospect, right? I don't like. I'm just using this because it's better for people to understand. There's streamers that like will stream 2 hours, make $200, and then there's streamers that stream 10 hours and make $200. Do you understand? It's not about the how many hours you put in. It's about the hours you put in, the content, the effort, the what you put into the stream, what you put into the video, because that's going to change. There's people that will stream 5 hours and might get 1 follower. There might be a person that streams 1 hour and gets 20 followers. Do you know what separates that person from that streamer? It's necessarily the effort, the energy. You know what I'm saying? I would rather look at this. I would rather a streamer, for me as a viewer, right? I would rather a streamer stream 1 hour and be the most energetic, most awesome streamer I've ever seen than a streamer that streams 10 hours and just be like this. You see what I'm saying? If 1 hour's where you can only put all your energy and effort into the stream, then make that the best hour of your life when you stream. Like, I'm not the best of some games, but I have fun along the way. And you don't, and see, that's what I'm saying. But you don't stream that long either. But you have a blast when you stream it. You might only stream for an hour or 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that really opened my eyes. I'm like, whoa. I was like, maybe I should manage my time better. Because think about it, right? Think about it. Like, what like, and I'm just using me as an example. What if my most best times as a streamer are my first 2 hours? Am I hurting myself streaming the extra 2 hours because I wanted to stream more hours? But really, I would probably be more productive as a streamer if I just streamed the 2 hours and just let go. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. You could do more too. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't have time in my life to do more than yeah, exactly. but you make the most out of that 2 hours. Do you realize? That's what I'm saying. You make the most out of that 2 hours than people doing that whole 8 hours or probably 24 hours of streaming. Well, average viewers. Wait. What did you say? Exactly. It's exactly where I'm getting at. People that want to get partnered. Think about this for a second. Abomination made a very good point. And that's what I started looking at.
You may want to say it for the audio audience.
Oh, okay. So basically, Abomination said this. He said, let me scroll back because I want to say exactly what he said. He said, when you stream longer, your average viewer goes down lower. You see what I'm saying? Your average viewer,
everybody's attention span is about lower.
Right, exactly. And not everybody's gonna stay. I don't care who you are. Not everybody's gonna stay the whole 4 hours, right? Nobody does. Not in anybody's stream. I don't care if you got 30,000 people. You might have 30,000 people, but guess what? You started off at 50,000. Not everybody stays for the whole stream, right? So and I'm just being real. I'm just being honest with y'all. If you are trying to get partnered, you don't want to stream 7 hours. You don't want to stream 5 hours. If your audience is not that big, because you want your averages to go up. So you want to stream, of course you don't want to stream like 2 minutes, right? At least give yourself an hour, 2 hours. Your averages stay good, because right now what ends up happening, like, I'm going to be real with you. My average is at 2 people. You know why? It's not because there's always 2 people in here. You want to know why? You want to know why my average is at 2 people? Because I stream too long. And because my mentality was the longer I stream, the better I am. But in reality, my best content is in my first 2 hours. And I'm not saying that I'm going to switch it, right? I haven't made that decision. But I just want to put that into retrospect, guys, is for you guys that are streamers, you want to get the best return investment, right? Whether it be in follows, whether it be in donations, whatever you feel your return investment is. Because I'm not going to sit here and say that it's wrong for you to do it for money. Some of you might do it for money. That is up to you. You know what I'm saying? That is up to you. You do it for money. You got bills. You want to get your bills paid, whatever. That's you. You know what I'm saying? You know, not everybody does it for that. That's fine. But could have 10 viewers for the first 2 hours and have 1 viewer for the last 6 hours. You know what I'm saying? And would drop the average viewer to 2. Exactly. So you're really, sometimes as a streamer, you think because you're streaming longer, you're helping yourself, but sometimes streaming too long can hurt yourself. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm very careful when I stream. If I know, look at this. I'm gonna give y'all a tip, right? If you guys have like people that raid you in like different communities and stuff, and you know they're doing 24-hour streams, like, yeah, I don't go live during those times. Because you want to know why? Because I don't expect people to come over from the community that they've already come over from that community, when that community is doing a 24-hour stream, right? Because they want to see that person do the 24-hour stream, whatever the case may be. And I'm using a 24-hour stream as an example because 24-hour streams are like big deals, you know, on Twitch. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you have to be aware of what's going on to better manage your content, to better manage you. You know, and so it's a lot of reasons why I don't stream at night. You know, I'm streaming tonight, but that's because I've always done the Call of Duty release. You know what I'm saying? Always. You know, am I expecting a lot of people? Not really. I'm mostly doing it for the content, so I have it. You know what I mean? So I can say I was there. You know what I mean? But you know, but that's why I'm getting at is we have to, as streamers, we have to manage our content better. We have to manage our content better. We have to understand that streaming 7 hours, streaming 4 hours, streaming 24 hours is not always the best thing. Think about it, man. There's some people that stream 24 hours and they only make like $5 or so. And it's like at that point in time, that's where you have to look at that situation, because you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself. I take it from somebody that's done 2 24-hour streams. My body, I promise you, my body has not felt the same since. Since those 2 24-hour streams, my body don't feel the same. It's not, I'm not, there's nothing bad going on with me, but I don't feel the same. Like, I felt like I lost a part of me somewhere in that 24-hour stream. I don't know everything about making friends either. I mean, Abomination, your friends was like one of the like best charities in the world, so that's how I met you. So you know what I mean. And I'm gonna go ahead and let OG. Yeah, I don't know if OG has any insight on this, but yeah, like that's what I've learned. You know, it's a theory anyway. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's something you have to do, right? But it's something that I've learned that like it's better to manage your time in the right way. You know what I'm saying? And then just be like, oh, I'm gonna stream for like 20 hours and then hope somebody raids me. Somebody most likely like raids may not happen. You can't always count on raids, and raids don't make you. Promise you. I was raided by somebody that like that was big in the Call of Duty scene. He actually just got signed to a pro team. You know what I'm saying? And I had 800 viewers, 900 viewers in here. Just because you get raided by somebody like with a lot of viewers does not mean you've made it.
Because those 100 people are not going to stay, basically.
Well, right. Those people are devoted to that person. You know what I'm saying? That person, those people are coming in because that person told you to raid you. You know what I'm saying? And raids don't mean what? Raids don't mean registration. I'm the person who prioritize people though. People love or yeah, I know who were trying to get for partner and rated or hosted big partner streamers, but they themselves didn't get partner for months. Yeah, and just because you host a big time streamer, it doesn't mean that like, oh, they're like people are doing their own things. You can't always expect you can't always expect that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying what you can do is you can, you know, manage your content better. You know what I mean? Like even if it doesn't mean shortening your time or whatever the case may be. However it is, manage your time better. Maybe talk more. Maybe be more energetic. Maybe, you know, manage your time better. Try to be, whenever you are streaming, in that time frame that you're streaming, try to be the best at all as you can be, you know? And then, like, look at yourself and be like, well, go back and watch your stream. I do that from time to time and be like, would I watch me? That's what got me into buying this, right? Because I'd go and watch my streams, and this would annoy the crap out of me. My mic stand would annoy me. And I'm like, I gotta do something. What did Abomination say? Raids can happen in any stream. It didn't doing any 24 hour. Wait, hold on. What up, Angela? Hold on. I gotta make it bigger so I can read this right. Give me 1 second. Because I have it small. Give me 1 second. Why are you not going big, man? Hold on. Hours, be streaming and unique. Yeah. People have been rated mid what and other people without doing. Yeah, exactly. Without doing 24-hour streams. So and that's why I just want y'all to know it's not always about like doing the longest streams, right? It's about doing the best you can do, being the best person you could be in the hours that you're streaming. You know what I'm saying? I would rather, like, to be fair with you, you know it'd probably be best for Handy Kill Cam, and I'm just being honest with you. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. It'd probably be better for me to stream 2 hours in a day and then put the rest hours of that I have free time into my YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Or into my Instagram, or into the social medias that I'm, you know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why I'm saying, like, we have to, as streamers, we have to manage our time better, especially if we're on other platforms, because Twitch really does not have a discoverability platform. The only way you find out about other people through Twitch is by word of mouth or by rates. That's the only way I met Angela, right? The only way I met Angela was by the raid by Grandpa, right? The only way I met Joy was by Able Gamers. You know what I'm saying? Able Gamers hosting me. The only way I met Abomination was through Able Gamers. I'm just being real. The only way I met Cloudy was by Crew Dog hosting me. You see what I'm saying? These are hosting is like word of mouth. Hosting is like telling everybody, yo, let me tell you about the streamer. Or going into people's chat, you know, not like promoting the streamer, but y'all be like talking about it amongst yourselves. You know, that's the only discoverability that Twitch has, is by word of mouth. So you have to understand that if you're trying to get quote unquote discovered on Twitch, you have to go where there's other discoverability platforms and tell them about your Twitch. Okay, Handy Kill Cam, what are discoverable platforms? You have Twitter, actually Twitter's not one. You have Instagram, you have YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So those are, you know, and like, so it's like, you have to sit there and think about it. If you really want to be a successful streamer, am I really managing my time in the right space to where I'm actually putting the effort and the time into those other discoverability platforms, or am I just wasting all my time into streaming and not getting the return? And then you know what ends up happening? We sit there and we waste all the time streaming, right? We'll sit there and put 20 to 30 hours in one day streaming, and then we'll get upset and discouraged because we're not getting the ROI that we think we deserve. And to be fair, what I've been learning and what I've been understanding is because we haven't been managing our time better as streamers. Or I'll just say content creators, because YouTube people do this too. You know what I'm saying? They don't necessarily manage their time properly either. So
there's just a little bit of a difference. So this is where I can actually come into play, because I actually had a conversation with a friend of mine about this this past weekend. So one thing that a friend of mine mentioned is that a lot of YouTubers got frustrated over the whole new policy where you have to have 1,000 subscribers and, you know, X amount of hours of watch time. So he says, in order to get to that point, you have to post 10-minute videos every day in order to make it. And I told him that's not necessarily true. That is a template that people have used to try to make it. But at the end of the day, it depends on the content you make. If you put in the time to edit your videos properly, to put in cool effects or something good with timing, or you're just doing something that a lot of people can relate to, but you put your own spin on it to make it to where it's your thing, more people will watch your videos and you'll start to gain more subscribers and more listeners. But it's all about the work that you put into it, not the amount of the number of
Hours.
videos you post every,
Right.
every week or whatever.
Right. Right.
So as opposed to doing like for streaming, people say X amount of hours, and YouTube it's X amount of videos at a certain time, and that's what people think will get you, and that's not really it.
Right. Right. And like you can make a video that somebody will watch. You can make a 5-minute video, right? That somebody will watch 10 times through the whole 5 minutes. You've already done 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And you have to, and that's what I'm saying. Put more time into the time that you have. Don't just do more time, because you could you'll literally do more time doing nothing and not get nothing out of it and wonder why. You'd be like, "Whoa, I did 20 hours. Why is nobody watching me? Why is nobody talking? Cuz you did 20 hours of nothing."
Yeah, as a matter of fact, to kind of help prove this, to put some actual numbers on there, on my YouTube channel, at least for my more recent videos, more of my watch videos are my shorter videos. Like the videos that I have that range from 3 to say 8 or 9 minutes, those get more views than the videos that I put in for 20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's because, and to be fair, it's probably because you put more time and effort into it. You were probably more detailed in those videos. Or I don't know. Maybe not. I don't know. But you know what I'm saying? You put more into your content at that point in time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're not now. I'm just saying, like,
right.
You know, and that's what I'm saying, guys. We have to, as content creators, like, we have to manage our time, because you gotta look at it the viewer's perspective. Like, for instance, I'm gonna use Angela as an example, just because Angela doesn't mind. Angela has kids. Angela's married. Angela's, got this, she's got that, she got a job. Angela cannot sit there and watch me the whole 8 hours. She's got life. But you know what? Angela can sit there and she can watch me for like a good hour. She can watch me for like maybe a good 2 hours or whatever, and then she got to go, pick up her kids or do whatever she got to do. You see what I'm saying? You have to manage your time. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Just because we can't expect everyone to watch us for like 8 to 10 hours, 7 hours, 5 hours. So why would we put ourselves through that to stream 8, 10 hours? And it's, you know what it is though? It's because we have examples like said people top on Twitch that stream 10 to 12 hours and they're successful, they think, but in reality, even though they're making that money, they're having to stream that many hours just to maintain that flow. And this and look, and this is where the why I brought this up. This is exactly why, and this is exactly why Ninja made the move. To us, we feel like Ninja is like not doing so well because he's not streaming as long as he used to or whatever. But because of the ROI that he's getting, he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. He could stream for like 4 hours, 5 hours. I don't necessarily know how much he streams. But he doesn't have to stream that long to get what he was getting on the Twitch. You know what I'm saying? And it's because of that, he's able to spend and put more time into said deals, like with he was just on that show Masked Singer. You know what I'm saying? Do you really think if he was streaming 20 to 30 hours a day or 10 to 12 hours a day, do you really think that he would be able to do stuff like Masked Singer or stuff like that with Adidas and all that stuff? No, he wouldn't be able to do that because he wouldn't have the time, because he would have to sit there and stream 10 hours, 12 hours a day just to upkeep. You know what I'm saying? But he learned that, yo, if I manage my time better, I can do this. I can even grow my brand even more. And do you realize that's why Ninja is really, he's big, because his brand is not just on Twitch. He's not on Twitch. He's on YouTube. He's in Walmart. He's with Adidas. He's on like television. But it didn't just do that by streaming 20 hours on Twitch. He did that managing his time better, saying, you know what? Okay, now that I can go and put my foot here, put my foot there, put my foot there. So it's like, you have to understand, as streamers, we have to be able to manage our time better and make our ROI better. And ROI does not necessarily mean money, okay? It just means like what you're investing in. You know, we have to be able to put our brands in other places, put other footsteps. But we can't do that if we just spend all our time on Twitch. And you can't do that if you're spending all your time feeling like you have, the craziest thing, like I've noticed, like people feel like when you're like on Twitch, because you have people that are on Twitch too, like, do you have to watch them constantly because they're in your stream constantly? Yes, it's nice to have lurkers. Yes, it's all cool and stuff like that. But you can't always expect somebody, just because you're sub to them or whatever the case may be, to always be in your stream watching you, because how can they maintain doing what they're doing if they're having to sit there and watch you, and they feeling like, well, if I don't watch you or hang out with you, you're not going to hang out with me. That's not how it should be. You should watch me not because I'm watching you. You should watch me because you enjoy me. If you're watching me because I'm sub to you, if you're watching me because I come and hang out in your streams and not necessarily for my content and because you enjoy my content, I hate to break it to you, you're watching me for the wrong reasons. And it shouldn't be all because he watches me, all because he donates to me, all because he subs to me, all because he throws me bits. No, because guess what? There's gonna be days I'm not gonna be able to watch you. There's gonna be days that I may not be able to throw bits at you. There might be days I might not be able to donate to you. There might be days that where like I may have to retract my sub for a month because, you know, bills change. But that doesn't mean that I don't like you any less. That doesn't mean that like I don't support you any less. I have to focus on my content. But if I'm having to be everywhere to maintain, then I can't focus on my content. I can't focus on my family. I can't focus on what makes Handy Kill Cam Handy Kill Cam. You know what I'm saying? And then we start losing ourselves. And then we start thinking, oh, I have to be on Twitch 24/7 or I'm going to lose my channel. No, it's not how it works, man. Manage your time. Work your ROI. You know, return on investment. Start managing your time better. Do you know what I'm saying? And, I really wasn't planning on talking about this, but it just happened. It's just something that needed to be talked about because I see a lot of people like just hurting themselves mentally because they feel like they have to be streaming all the time or they have to be on Twitch all the time 24/7. You don't have to be, man. You don't. That's not healthy. It's not healthy. It really mentally is not healthy. It really isn't. And you have to, you know, say, you know what? I need to separate and focus and work on me and work on my content so that when I do stream for that hour or however long I stream, it's the most memorable stream that will make people come back. And I'm glad I got that off, guys. I do appreciate everyone that's here lurking and chilling and listening. I do appreciate all you guys. If I missed any comments, I do apologize. It's not that I didn't want to read it. It's just I didn't want to lose track of mind, because that's how I end up going other ways, and I don't let OG speak. It's not on purpose. It's because I'll end up reading a comment, and then I'll feel like I have to answer said comment or said chat. But did you have anything more you wanted to add to that, OG? I do apologize.
Well, I mean, I pretty much said my part about it as far as the YouTube part of it, more or less. So that was pretty much, because like I said, as far as the streaming thing, I don't know nothing about that. That's not really my thing. But as far as someone who actually makes videos, the difference between successful YouTubers and YouTubers that are not so successful is the content, not the time, but the content. If you make solid, good content, and and you're making it your own thing, it's not just a copy of somebody else, then your chances of succeeding will increase. Like if I were to do more editing and add more effects and stuff like that, I would also be up there. I'm just not. Right now, I'm just not doing that part, which is why I'm not higher than I could be. So I'll use myself as an example for that. Is I could easily do better. I would need to get more software and get more of this and get more of that to add all the special effects to make my videos better. I've just chosen not to do it. And because of that, I have to accept the fact that since I'm not putting all that effort into it, I should not expect to get the numbers that other people get.
Yeah, and let's be fair, right? We I won't say bells and whistles. We'll just say effort, because what I mean, that's the thing. It's you're gonna get what you put into it, effort wise. You know what I mean? Because to be fair, also you're not update. You're not, to be fair, you're also not uploading every day either. Which you could upload. Not saying you don't have to upload 10-minute videos, but you could upload like a 5-minute video, 2-minute video. You know what I'm saying? You're also not doing that either. So there's a lot. It doesn't necessarily have to be, because like, look, for instance, I don't have all the bells and whistles, right? Like, I don't have the best laptop. I don't have the best camera. I don't have a PS4 Pro. I don't have an Xbox One X. I don't have the best headset. I kind of feel like I have the best controller, but I mean, that's opinionated. I don't have the best microphone. I don't have the best, but I'm making the best with what I have, and I'm turning with what I have. I'm making the best of what I have. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
thank you for the lurk. Thank you for the lurk. And that's what I think. And I think that's what we need to say is you make the best of what you have. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Don't think you have to go and spend like thousands of dollars on a PC or whatever you have, because the PC is not what's gonna make you, right? The camera, this right here, see this? This doesn't make handy kill cam. You see this? This doesn't make handy kill cam. You see that? The computer doesn't make handy kill cam. You see this? The light right here doesn't make handy kill cam. The microphone, you could take this away. This doesn't make handy kill cam. What makes handy kill cam is it here. And if I'm not putting hard into this, effort into this, work into this, then I'm just a minute. Then I'm just another streamer with a light and a microphone. Cause I could just do this. I could do this right here. I could just sit here, and we could just sit here and just play video games. But if I'm not putting my heart into it, then I'm not separating myself. Do you realize what separates you from any other streamer is your heart? Cause nobody can copy your heart. That's why I'm like, okay, you want to copy what I do? You want to copy my hours? You want to copy my alerts? You want to copy? Go right ahead. Because there's one thing that you'll never have is my heart. One thing you'll never have is my dedication. One thing you'll never have is my work ethic. Why? Because that's me. That's me. Can't nobody copy you. At least not yet. At least not yet. They working on it, but not yet. You know what I'm saying? So, you just got to make the best of what you have. Definitely. What else do you have on your agenda of knowledge? I'm gonna start calling it agenda of knowledge.
Agenda of knowledge.
Agenda of knowledge. Yeah, it's agenda of
Well,
knowledge.
I have another a top 20 list this time because for some
Nice.
reason I'm getting all like the lists and charts this week, which I love. I love numbers and top
Yeah,
lists or whatnot.
you're a big stat guy. You're a
I
big
love
fan.
them stats, I'm telling you. But this is a little bit different than what I was mentioning earlier. This specifically is talking about the best-selling games of September 2019 in the United States.
Mm.
And what I find funny is that the game that has had the most sales
Uh-huh.
that's number one, is one of the games you actually talked about today.
What is that? NBA 2K?
Yes,
Oh, that's funny.
not even joking. NBA 2K20 is the best-selling game in September of 2019.
Oh my god, and it's doing so terrible. Oh, like I
Well,
mean,
not.
go ahead. Sorry.
But yeah, actually, NBA 2K is actually number one right now as far as sales for the month. Now, other games that we all know about, I'll mention. So I'm not going to go through the whole 20 list, but games that people are talking about. Borderlands 3 is actually in the number two slot.
Nice.
So that's the thing. No surprise.
Oh, you cut out. You cut out, man.
Prince money.
What? Fortnite?
No, FIFA,
Oh
the
yeah.
soccer game. So FIFA 20 is currently at number three.
Nice.
Let's see. Link's Awakening is now number four, the re-release.
Nice. Wait. Oh
Uh, and then, of course, Madden NFL 20 is actually at number five. We got sports games at the top this week, or last month, I should say,
well,
which is kind of crazy.
To be fair, like everybody buys into the sports games because of the season, right? But and that's funny because that's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm gonna talk about NBA 2K and how even though it's the number one best selling, I was actually gonna bring that up too. It was the number one best selling game in the right now, but it's actually like it's dying, like literally, like nobody wants to play it, and that's because of all the drama that's going on with it. But I'll go ahead and let you finish your list. Go ahead.
Yeah, no problem. Other popular games, I'm not going to go into all of them, but Mario Kart 8 was at number 10.
Interesting.
Minecraft's at number 11 because it's a big thing these days. I still don't understand it, but
I don't either. I think Minecraft will always be in the top 10.
yeah, so I don't know. But I'm bringing it up because it's popular. Grand Theft Auto 5 is at number 12.
That's another crazy game that will never die.
Right. Smash Bros. Ultimate is at 13.
Nice.
Red Dead Redemption is at 15.
Nice.
And then The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is currently at number 20.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And this is all for September.
That's crazy. That's nuts. To see that Red Redemption, and that's regular Red Redemption, or the second one?
Yeah, it's Red Dead Redemption 2 is number 15.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense. Because I was like,
now, Red Dead Redemption is in IGN's top 10 of all time, the original one.
Right.
But as far as sales for September, it's the second one that's making money for that month.
Right. Okay, all right. I was just making sure. I was like, wait, Red Redemption 1 is beating Red Redemption 2 in September? I was just making sure.
Yeah.
Okay. Just making sure we clarified that. Yeah, I mean, that's crazy. So, let me explain. So, you know how we always say how Madden is always just the same game, just a different name?
Mm-hmm.
And, upgraded graphics? Well, NBA 2K accidentally proved that about NBA 2K. So, they release clothes for the holidays, right? To you to wear, like for basketball. Like they release Halloween costumes, stuff like that. Or I won't say costume, but Halloween shirts and stuff for Christmas, right? Well, we had the Halloween release of the stuff coming out, right? And guess what they accidentally released?
Oh.
they accidentally released the Christmas stuff, and one of the shirts said, "Happy Holidays, NBA 2K18." NBA 2K18.
I would just call it a whoops.
Like, oh my god. So basically, and then what people were showing is that's actually the same sweater that was in 2K19, but they just put 2K19 on it. Now, this is not what's killing the game. Remember how we used to be able to when we were playing the franchise, and we used to like turn up all our stats to 99. Like we didn't like earn the stats. Like we just turned them all the way up to all our players. Yeah. Well, apparently people are finding out how to do that with their custom creator players that you take online that you have to earn, and they're like making a glitch, and so 2K is like, oh, we're gonna patch the glitch. Well, they didn't necessarily patch the glitch. They just keep patching one way to patch the glitch, and basically you can have an all 99 demigod with all the badges going on there, and people are just like, and people are destroying people. And get this, right? They started doing this right when, because NBA 2K has this thing now that's for this month, that if you win 50, you have to win 50 rec games, which is like, their games. But you have to win 50 rec games with your My Player, and then have 50% winning percentage. If you have that, you get to actually fill out an application and possibly become a NBA 2K pro player for an esports team, and try out. So basically people are glitching this system and getting their free wins this way, and getting their crazy wins this way, which is absurd. And yet they have still not found a way to kill this glitch. Like, just kill it. Like, and it's like, I have not like really been a part of the NBA 2K gaming community, but honestly, this is probably the worst time for me to ever join or try to get into the gaming community with any sports games right now, because like, I don't know, man, it is bad. Like I don't know, like they just it seemed like the devs just don't care at this point in time. And it's because, to be honest, there's no other basketball game out right now. The only way for you
there's no competition.
Right, because remember, NBA 2K killed NBA Live.
Yeah.
Like, there's really no NBA Live. So they're just like, well, guess what? They're going to buy what we want anyway. You know what I mean? And a lot of the casual players are not as hardcore gamers as a lot of these other players are. So it's kind of like, remember when you were talking about the download thing?
Mm-hmm.
Remember when you were talking about the download thing, about like having the most downloads? It's kind of like where it's kind of like where NBA 2K is. Everybody's buying 2K, but nobody's like, a lot of those people are not playing it still because of all the issues that's going on with 2K. And it's crazy. Now, I will say this: they have introduced this new thing that I really think is really cool. So it's called My Player Nation. So basically, say for instance, like right now, my player, the character that I made, he plays for the Lakers, right? So, I play for the Lakers. I'm a point guard. I'm a slash. What am I? Slasher playmaker. Anyway, and my overall is 86. Anyway, that probably doesn't matter, but I'm just giving y'all some background for the people listening. And what this My Player Nation is, the season just started, right? So basically, like to yesterday's Lakers first game was against the Clippers, and you actually get to play that game that was happening today or yesterday with your My Player, and you can change the outcome of the actual game. And say like if your team lost, say like your team lost or your players were injured, you actually have to like deal with the lower attributes of the players and how they played, or with the injured players. So you're actually having to deal with the same scenario as what happened in the actual game, but you can change the outcome. And if you do well throughout the season, you actually like win some like real life gear, like some shoes and stuff. And you get double badge progression. For those that don't know what that means, like you use badges to like upgrade your player, make your player better. You also get double VC. What VC is like double gaming currency. And for those that are hating on the nerf that they did to actual regular VC currency, this is why they did this. This is because of the My Player Nation thing, because you're already getting double VC every time you do the My Player Nation thing. So why are they going to give you extra VC on top of that? Because really, honestly, microtransactions is how NBA 2K make their money. But
all
you know,
sports games for that matter. But
yeah. Pretty much, that's how they all make their money. Again, I don't know why FIFA's formula is better than anybody else's, because I don't know anybody is more successful in the microtransaction as far as like sports game wise than FIFA. I don't know anybody else. And why isn't anybody trying to copy that formula or like master that formula is beyond me. I kind of want to do more research and find out why FIFA's formula with the microtransactions is more popular than anybody else's. Because I could say
I think it's overall the most popular sport in the world is what I think it is. I think more people across the globe is into soccer rather than, basketball or football or whatever. So I think that's part of it, because soccer is a more global type game that more people are into.
It could be.
I may be wrong, though. That's just a guess.
No, you're probably right. Here it's just hard for me to ride with that, just because, like, to me, soccer is not that popular here. Like, to me, like...
Well, see, that's the thing, is, like, I've actually met quite a few people that are actually into soccer.
Really?
Like, I've actually met them, yeah. People that I used to game with at Genesis Games, people that I've, just randomly met that, like, the main two things that most people that I know play is either NBA 2K or FIFA. That's it.
Really?
No one plays Madden. Well, very few people play Madden. Let me rephrase that.
Oh, okay. I know one person that plays Madden, and I was actually very surprised. You remember? I'm just gonna say $E. You remember $E?
Yeah.
Okay, so he's on PlayStation, right? And I'm thinking, man, finally I'm gonna be able to play 2K with my boys. Because remember, he's the one that got me into not NBA Live. That was like our thing, but like the 2K into the real basketball games, right? So I'm thinking, yo, I'm about to hit him up. We about to. I'm finally gonna like get a legitimate like real like team together, because I've always wanted to get a team together with just me and my boys and just play for fun and see what happens, right? If we go pro, we go pro, whatever, right? Whatever, right? Man, I hit him up. I'm like, yo, bro, I got 2K. I got 2K this year finally. I finally got it on release. I was like, you ready? He's like, nah, bro, I got Madden this year. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, man, I'm on that Madden though. He's like, you getting that Madden? I was like, no, bro, I'm not getting Madden. Why am I getting Madden? I don't want Madden, man. Like, why? And well, apparently, are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
Yep.
There's a BR mode in Madden.
I don't even know what to say about that. I don't know.
I don't know. It's not even like BR. Like, you're not shooting anything or whatever, but it's kind of like their style of BR football. I was like, really? Like, That's why we play Madden, people. Like really, like bro. If I saw that, I would be mad. If I was a true Madden player, which I am, like I am a true Madden player, which I am, like I would, I would be mad, bro. I would be mad. I would be so mad. I'm like, really, Madden? We doing this, Madden? We doing Madden BR? Like, oh, I thought it was bad when it was Pac-Man BR. I thought that was a reach. Man.
Nope.
But sports games, sports game BR. So yeah, I'm not buying Madden this year.
You sure you don't want BR in your?
I wanted that bladed grass, bro.
That blade of grass.
That blade of grass. So, yeah, I don't know, man. So, and you know what's funny? People like bigger YouTubers, like big YouTubers in the NBA 2K community, like big guys. They specifically said, if things don't change with NBA 2K, they're all switching to Call of Duty. They say if Call of Duty, which gets released at midnight tonight, if it is amazing, like they're all going to Call of Duty. And that's the funny thing. Like that's what the NBA 2K is. Like they're basketball for like part of like for during the basketball season, and then they're COD heads for the rest of the time. Which I didn't realize that, and I was like, that's kind of funny because I've always liked basketball. I've been playing basketball forever, so it's kind of cool though. I will give 2K credit for this. Remember how we always wanted to do our own season together, our own franchise, and we did that, but we had to do it at our house.
Yeah.
Do you know what you can do? You don't have the time to do it now though. We can actually do an online franchise, just me and you now. It's pretty.
That is cool.
That is pretty freaking cool. So yeah, it's pretty dope, man. Pretty dope. We can actually do what we used to do, and we could be sitting at our homes playing 2K, or sitting in each other's homes, still playing, and still, you know what I mean? Which is really crazy. Which is dope. YouTube content. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I mean that would be it. Like if I wasn't, working all these hours and I didn't have to actually physically go to a job, that would be a thing.
Yeah, that would be it. And I would say we'd stream it. I would probably stream it on YouTube. You could make videos. I'd probably stream it on YouTube. I still have not said to do what I said I was gonna do. I have not streamed on YouTube once at the end of the month, and I won't be able to do it this month because the last Saturday of the month, because I will be on another podcast. So yeah, I have to do it in November, I guess. I'll have to start it in November. I'm only doing one Saturday of the month. Somebody tried to talk me into doing two for something else, but yeah, I have to manage my time better. I'm learning. I have to manage my time better, man. I have to do it. Yeah, definitely. But I thought that was really interesting that you were mentioning 2K, and then I had some interesting news about 2K. There's a lot of more negative stuff about 2K, but I don't want to be too negative about 2K because even though there's like a lot of problems going on with 2K, I still play 2K. Like my two games I'm playing right now on console, and actually this game's running right now, is Fortnite and 2K. That's all I'm playing right now, which is very weird for me. The Fortnite part of it. I'm actually really enjoying Fortnite. Really enjoying Fortnite. It's really crazy.
That's a good thing.
It really is. I actually spent money on Fortnite, which is weird.
You.
I know. I'm lining people's pockets, and I actually bought microtransactions. I actually bought microtransactions on 2K too. Man. But they had a good deal though, right? They had 30,000 VC, which is their currency, for like $5. That's $5. Come on, I'll spend $5. And I got to get my character. Although I'm kind of low key upset because my character was like 84, and all that VC I spent on my character just leveled him up to 85.
Nice.
So I was like, okay, yeah, I could have done this for free. I was
Yeah.
thinking, I was thinking he's gonna be up to 90. Yeah, no, just 5, just one tick, one tick. I'm good. But yeah. What else do you have on your agenda today, sir?
Well, I kind of already spoiled it in my week, but basically the other thing I was going to talk about was the Riot Games thing with League of Legends going to mobile.
Uh-huh.
Um, and then of course the Auto Battler Team Fight Tactics. Um, and basically, Auto Battler is basically like the auto chess genre, kind of like Chess
Mm.
Rush and all that. But the bigger news is really just the League of Legends.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, that Tencent has been pushing Riot to go to mobile since day one, and basically Riot said no, we're going to do our own thing where we want to support PC, we don't want to downgrade. But like we mentioned earlier already, now Riot is seeing that that industry, even on the mobile market, they spend tons of money.
Right.
As a matter of fact, it's actually been noted that mobile players tend to spend more money than everybody else, more than PC, more than console.
And that's okay. Like, and to everybody, that's okay. But if you even try to attempt to do that on console, you in trouble.
Yep.
I don't understand it. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you're good. I mean that's exactly what it is. Um, but let me see if there's anything else here that I forgot. I think I already mentioned everything. Yeah, I pretty much mentioned it all during my week because I kind of spoiled it. But yeah, that's literally what it is. It's just League of Legends going to mobile finally. I don't know what the exact date is, but I think it's like the beginning of 2020, but I might be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And then of course they also have a new game. Well, Riot right now is just like constantly coming up with new content. They have Runeterra, which is a card game I'm going to be demoing off of the League of Legends franchise. They got Team Fight Tactics, and they're pushing League of Legends on mobile. Riot Games is making moves right now.
I wonder. And my question is why? Like
Your
I'm
question's why?
like why, why so many moves? Why so many hooks in the water? What are they planning? You know what I mean?
Good question.
Because my problem is I don't mind that there's a lot of hooks in the water, but they're not going to be able to attend to every hook in the water 100%. So,
Well, that's the thing. I don't think they're going to need to because League of Legends already has an established thing. All you're really doing is just update and maintenance. So that's not really going to be a big project. You can get a small crew for that. The main thing that they're going to have to juggle is Teamfight Tactics and Runeterra because those are actually, even though it's using their same franchise, it's going to be different types of games. So they got two games that they're going to have to be splitting to push hard because these are new games for them. But
and
League is going to do itself.
And then they got the first-person shooter coming out in 2020, which is that one I was talking about.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So
That's right.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's I'm happy. I'm ecstatic, and I might try that card game with you just to see what it is, because might be interesting.
Yeah.
Might be interesting.
Could be.
I kind of like Riot's formula and stuff, and they might be able to do a better card. Look, I'm not saying Shadowverse is bad, but Shadowverse's esports scene is not the greatest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Riot might have a better. Because they're already good at esports. You know what I mean? Doing esports.
Oh
stuff.
yeah, they literally invented esports. Well, not invented it, but
Yeah.
you might as well say they're the king of esports right now.
Right.
Now, one thing that I've heard, and I don't know how true this is, but one thing that's going to make this card game supposedly better than the rest is that they are supposedly not having a microtransaction formula where you're going to have to play and earn these cards.
Mhm.
I don't know how true that is. for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But or it could just be free now, and then they'll probably introduce microtransactions later. But
Yeah.
supposedly, it's supposed to be microtransaction free in the beginning.
Is this gonna be on PC and mobile or just mobile?
I think it's both.
Is it out now?
It is out now. As a matter of fact, Blue Reboot has already made 3 or 4 videos on it.
Really? Why have I not
Yeah,
seen these? Oh,
I haven't watched them yet, so I don't know. I haven't looked at it yet. But yes, he already has 4 or 5 videos on it.
never mind. I know why I haven't seen these videos because YouTube's algorithm sucks. Sorry.
Yeah.
A little toxic, but I hate that, dude. Like, I don't see people's videos that I want to see, and I'm subscribed to them, bro. It's so frustrating. Like,
Yep.
bro, look, this is truth. OG has to tell me when he makes a new video because even though I'm subscribed to him and he's my best friend, like, his videos don't show up in my subscriber feed.
Nope,
Or
I get suppressed.
like there he's in my subscriber feed, but he's like all the way at the bottom. It's so frustrating. And I have to go and look at the Discord to see that he made a new video. That's probably why and I'm just being real, it's probably why our podcast on YouTube gets no views. Cause people that the people that are subscribed to me, our videos get suppressed and nobody gets to, this is why if you really enjoy the podcast, you need to make sure you follow us on all listening platforms such as Stitcher, iTunes, and all the other ones except for Spotify, because Spotify has not accepted us yet. They said we're too good for Spotify. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, like, I don't know, man, like, it's crazy, dude. Like, I would have watched that video. Like, dang, that's crazy. But that's gonna be really cool if that is true. But I don't know if I really believe that formula though, because that's where Riot makes their money.
That's how card games make money.
And that's how Riot makes their money, because I believe you can buy Legends on League of Legends, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken.
Like I said, I think that was just a rumor to try to make it more popular than Hearthstone, because Hearthstone right now is the biggest card game in electronics. It's not the biggest card game, period. Nothing beats Magic the Gathering. But as far as card games are concerned, as far as electronic card games, Hearthstone is still number one.
To be honest with you, if I'm 100%, I like Hearthstone visually better than I do any other card game.
Yeah.
Visually, like it's more pleasing to the eye.
Yeah.
But that's really crazy. That's nuts. Mm-hmm. I'm actually gonna try this game. I'm actually gonna look for it. I may try it.
I'm gonna download it. I'm gonna try it. Yeah.
I'm gonna try it. I don't know. Cause I'm always interested in trying a game and being part of the new beginning hype, you know?
Right, exactly.
You know what I mean? Because we might find something. We might find our new niche, man. I need a new niche in my life, apparently. My wife says. I don't know. Okay. We'll see how Call of Duty goes. But yeah, that's really cool. It's really, really cool, man. I don't know, man. And also, Riot's Twitch is already well established too. I actually follow Riot's Twitch. I don't know how. I don't even know how that even happened. I think. Oh, I remember, because it was when like 100 Thieves. Because 100 Thieves, when they first got announced, their first thing they entered into was League of Legends. And they were playing against Optic, so I had to watch it. I didn't know where to watch it, and I ended up following Riot. So, and I'm pretty sure that's where they're gonna have all the Riot stuff. Weird side note. Did you know there's esports teams for Clash Royale?
I believe it.
And that's a kind of that card game or whatever. I don't know. It's like, have you ever seen it?
I never really looked at it now.
It's really weird. But there's freaking esports for it. It's nuts. I was like, really? So, yeah. Interesting.
Interesting.
Do you have anything else, bud?
Nah, that'll be all.
That'll be all? Well, ladies
Yep.
and gentlemen, that's all, folks. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead and do the outro.
Sure. So, ladies and gentlemen, once again, thank you for listening to the OG podcast. We are live Wednesdays, 10 a.m. Central on Twitch TV /HandyKillCam. Get in there and be there for church so that we can talk about wonderful video games and what's going on in the industry. And also, your boy Handy Killcam will be at Able Gamers on Thursday. Be there to show him some support. Able Gamers is doing big things in the industry. I hope you can be proud and be a part of the hype. And then, of course, you got his regular channel too. So be sure to just show him support all week. And your boy OG Krugsta, he does have videos on YouTube. Check him out. And you never know, I might be demoing Runeterra and potentially a new RPG that I'm not going to mention yet. But until next time, we'll see you next week. And y'all take care.
And a little side note, we will be playing Modern Warfare tomorrow, day 1, midnight tonight. Also, I will be transferring it over to Able Gamers, and I will be on time, even though I will be getting off stream at 4 in the morning. So if you want to play or you want to see some more Modern Warfare action, be sure to hang out over at Able Gamers, where we're going to go and we're going to raise money for charity, one game at a time. And what up, Kels? I will see you all tonight. I was going to say tomorrow. Well, technically it will be tomorrow, but I'll see you all tonight. Midnight. Later.